Anna Chapman. Anna Chapman is beautiful to the point that her ex asserted that when he saw her, he was infatuated with her phenomenal magnificence at first sight. Yet, he had definitely no clue that the wonderful lady he was wedding was really a spy. She was born in Russia as Anna Kushchenko and in the end moved to London and afterward, to the US, to lead what appeared to be an ordinary life. She worked a failing real estate company which unexpectedly became successful. In 2010, it was uncovered that Anna was really a piece of Russia's external intelligence agency. She pleaded guilty and was sent back to Russia around the same time. Margaret Ann Bulkley. The 18th century was a difficult stretch to be a lady with desires, and ladies couldn't be doctors. Be that as it may, Margaret Ann Bulkley was an outstanding lady who tried to practice medication, thus she masked herself as a man. Because of her sensitive highlights and sharp voice, many individuals just accepted that she was a youngster, and she went by the name James Barry. James Barry proceeded to turn into the first European to have effectively performed out a sea segment in Africa, in which both the mother and kids survived. It was just when she died in 1865 that her actual gender was uncovered. Mata Hari. Mata Hari was born in the Netherlands and proceeded to turn into an extraordinary artist and courtesan. She became known for her talent for getting fairly near fighters during World War I and acquired a considerable amount of sensitive data from them. Before that, she was hitched and had 2 kids, yet later left her significant other as a result of his drinking issues. Before that, she was hitched and had 2 kids, yet later left her significant other as a result of his drinking issues. In the long run, she started offering privileged insights to both French and German state-run administrations as a spy. During her renowned trial and sentencing, she was depicted as the greatest woman spy of the century. Frances Clayton. During the 1800s, ladies were broadly treated as peons and weren't permitted to face in conflicts. Frances Clayton was a lady who really sought to turn into a warrior during the American Common War. Frances, who lived on a ranch with her significant other, masked herself as a man and took the pseudonym Jack Williams to join the military. She partook in 18 fights, serving in cavalry and artillery close by her husband. She made look like a man due to her eccentric features and even took on soldierly hobbies like drinking and chewing tobacco. Sarah Emma Edmonds. Sarah was born in 1841 in New Brunswick and escaped from home at 15-year-old to get away from a constrained arranged marriage. She took on a male personality by the name of Franklin Thompson. She turned into a successful Bible seller and at last enrolled in the Common War, turning into a covert agent for the Association Armed Force. Subsequent to contracting malaria, she escaped from the military to try not to be gotten and was accused of desertion. Yet again she took up the existence of a lady, got hitched and brought up youngsters, and furthermore got a tactical benefits for her service. Jenny Hodgers. Very much like Frances Clayton, Jenny Hodgers was a lady who wished to serve in the military during the American Common War. Jenny was an Irish-born foreigner who took up the personality of a man as Albert D.J. Clerk and joined up with the military. It is recommended that even before the advent of the war, Jenny had taken on the character of Albert to carry on with an autonomous life. And, surprisingly, after on-ground obligations were finished, Jenny kept up with her way of life as a man. Because of her choice to stick to Albert's personality, Jenny is much of the time remembered to have been a trans man. Dawn Cook. Dawn Cook is an American author who is most popular for her best-selling Hollows series. She took up the pen name Kim Harrison and fabricated her whole character around it. Whenever she started her composing profession, her works weren't actually successful. Along these lines, she took up the name Kim Harrison, which was decided decisively to be put close to Hamilton. It was in 2009 that Dawn Cook uncovered her actual personality and said staying quiet about her composing had really been useful as she expounds on black magic and supernatural. Ellen. The Twin Towers misfortune that shocked the world on September 11, 2001 additionally definitely changed the existences of numerous vulnerable individuals. In those days, Ellen was a 16-year-old Muslim secondary school student who had recently moved to the USA. While she communicated in English, she was all the while attempting to adjust to American culture. After the awful occurrence, Ellen claims many individuals began kidding about her strict character and became prejudiced. She then started acquainting herself with individuals as Amy and took up a twofold life. Ellen claims she felt more secure along these lines, however at last chose to set it to the side and have an ordinary and simple life. Joanna Polani. Joanna Polani is a 28-year-old person who appears as though she is simply another lady in her 20s. She was brought into the world in an Iraqi UN refugee camp in 1993 and later moved to Copenhagen with her loved ones. Joanna started preparing at a youthful age while keeping an ordinary life outside. She exited school and battled close by the Danish soldiers in Iraq and Syria. Whenever her actual job and personality was uncovered, she became headlines across the world. Joanna claims she will surrender her life for the purpose and is attempting to guard herself by keeping a position of safety.